I'm Anil Kumar, and now let us explore algebraic equations. The question here is, create a real life problem based on the equation 7n plus 25 equals to 67. Use systematic trial to solve the equation. So you can pause the video, answer this question, and then look into my suggestion. Well, these kinds of questions could have many solutions since we need to create a real life problem. So it could be any problem, right? So one of the examples which I can take here is 7 times n is something which is changing. So we have the equation 7n plus 25 equals to 67. So variable cost is kind of 7 and the fixed is 25. So if I treat this as a cost, I can always say that let us say that membership for a gym, for example, let us say that the membership of gym, for example, is $25. So that becomes a fixed cost, correct? So this, and every visit may cost $7. So every visit to gym may cost $7 each time, right? So each time. In that case, this situation can be represented by what we have. 25 is the fixed cost, and every time you go, that is n number of times you go, you pay 7n. So that is a situation which you can come up with, right? So you'll also notice that this kind of an equation could be represented by a graph like this, where the value is 25 at variable cost. Let's say this is n, and that is the cost in dollars for us, for example. So even if n is 0, you pay 25. So that is a fixed cost. And every time n increases, the value increases by 7 times that value, correct? So that is how the relation is. So you could have many situations like this, and membership is a good example, right? So for example, you could also have that if you book a room just to play with your group, you say booking a room for a day could cost you $25, and if everybody is having a cup of tea there, then 7 per head is being charged for that. So that is how it could be treated as. So there could be many different examples to represent this kind of a situation in real life. Okay. Now the second part of this is use systematic trial to solve the equation. So what we have here is that the total cost is 67. Let us say we have this example. Membership of a gym is $25 per month, and every visit is $7. So the monthly cost of $67 is what we are looking for. So how do we get the number n so that the total cost is 67? So what we can do is we can kind of estimate with some values. So what we will do is we will make a table, and we say let n be, for example, let's take n as 10. So if I take n as 10, then 7 times 10 plus 25 is how much? 7 times 10 is 70. 70 plus 25 is 95. Now that is extremely high, right? So we get a value which is, we say, high, right? So that is not correct. So if it is high, we have to take a low value, correct? So let us take a low value. Let us say the value is 5. Okay, then it becomes 7 times 5 plus 25. 7 times 5 is 35. And if I add 35 to 25, I get 60, which is low but close, right? Do you see that? It is low but close. So that means I could go slightly higher than 5 and estimate, let's say 6. So 7 times 6 plus 25. 7 times 6 is 42. 42 plus 25 is 67. So what we get is correct. So now we know that n should be equal to 6 for the correct answer. So we get our solution, and that is n is equals to 6. This method, which I just discussed with you, is systematic trial method, right? So we estimate by choosing a value of n, and then we calculate, right? So then we calculate and check. So if it is high, we can select a lower value. If it is low, we can select a higher value until we get the correct value. So whatever the value of n gives us the correct value will be our answer. So that is how you can solve these equations using systematic trial method. I hope that is clear to you. Thank you and all the best.